Jackie with Intoxicating Arts, and today I have a card that I wanted to share with you. I'm starting off the video by showing you the little sketch that I made. I kind of had an idea of where I wanted this card to go, and I started off by doing the "we're expecting ... and then a baby girl with a font on the silhouette Cameo. And then those diagonal lines that you see in the sketch are going to be different pieces of pattern paper. And then there's going to be an elephant with hearts stamped on the front, some more diagonal pattern pieces of paper on the inside, and then a little stamped onesie on the inside of the card. So I already have my piece of paper on my mat that I'm going to be putting through the Cameo. And this piece of paper is from the new Lawn Fawn Let's Polka in the Meadow set. And it has the big dots on one side of it, like you can see here, and then the smaller polka dots on the other side. So I'm going to be using the side with the smaller polka dots. And I will just show you really quick what I've done in the software really quick. It was super easy. I just had a font that I liked, and I just typed it out. And this font is not cursive or anything, so it's going to be all separate letters. It's called Ampersand, not ampersand, ampersand with a Z. And I think I got it from urbanfonts.com. So I just typed out what I wanted, and then I put a box around it because I wanted to use the box kind of like as a puzzle, to kind of puzzle piece the letters on there because I want them to be lined up properly. And then what you see here is I'm just loading the mat into the silhouette. If you don't have one of these machines, they are a lot of fun, and I'll put a link below for it. And when I use Lawn Fawn papers, I like to have a number 3 for the blade setting on there. That seems to work pretty well for me, and I get nice clean cuts. It's a relatively new blade. I've only had this machine for a little while, so I don't know if it matters or not. Like if you have an older blade, you might need to have like it on a 4 or something, or change your blade. So I'm just going to start cutting that out, and then I actually ended up cutting it out 3 different times because I have 3 different cards I need to make for this announcement, and I just wanted to make sure that it came out good. So that's, I'm just seeing right there, it cut really good. Awesome. So I'm going to put it aside, and then I'm looking through all of my new Lawn Fawn papers, which they're all pretty awesome. There's the Let's Polka in the Meadow set, which are a bunch of polka dots. And then you have the Perfectly Plaid set, which are they're all plaid. So they're like diagonal plaid and just vertical, horizontal plaid. And I really like that because all the papers in here are pretty gender neutral. They're really soft tones. So I thought these would work perfect for this card. And what I'm going to do for the little diagonal lines is I'm actually just going to cut 1/4 inch strips off of every single one of these pieces of paper, with the exception of 2 of them where I cut off the little bottom area that had hearts on it. So you'll see that in a second. I have the red hearts, and then I did some orange hearts. So I just thought it would be cute to throw the hearts in there, and those are, I think they're like a 1/2 inch instead of a 1/4 inch. So it's a little bit different. And then you'll see here in a second, once I'm done cutting all those little strips off, I just took a pencil and I marked off how high on each side I wanted these strips to go so that I can have them even on both sides of the card. And you can do whatever you want for this. I ended up doing, I think, 2 inches high, or I think I did 1.5 inches high and 2 inches over, but it's totally up to you what you want to do and how high or low you want to go with that. But once you know, you can add strips of adhesive, and then you can just start placing all of the pieces of paper on there. I didn't have a particular order that I wanted to place these down on here. I just knew that I needed to have alternating colors, or at least not like a bunch of blues together and a bunch of oranges. So just kind of tried to switch it up a little bit as I went along. And you'll have the papers hanging off the edge of your card base, which is fine because you can just take a ruler, or a ruler with a sharp, or what's it called? A ruler with a X-Acto knife, or like what I used here is this little rotary blade that I had, or you can just get scissors and cut it off. I just wanted it to be kind of as perfect as possible, and for me, this was the easiest way to get it nice. So what I'm doing here is definitely not the way I recommend to do this, but I wanted you to see what I did. So my plan was I could just pick up all the little letters with my pickup tool, dip it in some adhesive, and then use it as like a puzzle to put them in there and make sure they're perfect. Well, that actually ended up taking forever. So when I did the inside of the card, I changed that, and I just took the little piece of the square right there, and I put it down and I traced the letters. So you'll see that in a second. So I finished the outside using that first method, which took a really long time, and then I'm going to trace with a pencil the baby girl part right there, and that ends up going much faster. And I think I probably would make another card with this exact same card design if I put it together this way again, because it again was a lot quicker. So now that that part's done, all I had to do was finish up my card front and then do the diagonal lines on the inside. So I'm just stamping this little elephant from that stamp set that you just saw there. I don't know who makes that. I got it at Michael's a long time ago, and I stamped the elephant in Memento London Fog just because I wanted him to be completely gray. And then with the hearts, I did them in Picked Raspberry because I want them to be completely pink. A lot of times I'll stamp with just the Memento Black, which I ended up doing on the inside, but for these I just wanted them to be all the same color. For coloring, I'm using the Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers, and these are super easy to color with. You don't need to worry about blending. It's not going to be super dimensional or anything, because especially if you only have the 12 pack like I do, but it's a really easy way just to lay down some color on a card. And I'll do the same thing for the hearts here. So the front of the card is done. I was outlining it with a marker, but it didn't really make a difference, so you can skip that step. And so yeah, the front of the card's done, and then I just need to do the diagonal lines on the inside and stamp a cute little onesie. So there I have the diagonal lines on the inside, and I'm stamping the onesie, which is from a new Lawn Fawn stamp set. And for the onesie, I decided to color it in purple since I don't really like the whole traditional pink thing for a girl. So I thought that would be really cute to just do it in purple, and it's kind of obvious it says it's baby girl, so I didn't think that'd be very confusing. So that's it for this card. Once I'm done coloring that, I'll flip through it really quick so you can see what it's going to look like for the recipient. And I'm going to be doing some more cards like this if you want to see some more kind of like announcement cards. I have another one that I've already done, and I have one more that I need to do. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you will stick around for my other videos. Bye!